Welcome guys to another episode of Tales of Middle-earth, and we are continuing on the Whispers in the North campaign. And I have today with me again, Will, and he's going to be playing the evil faction for today's mission, because today's mission is based on, I almost forgot the name. Aaron Deer and his elves that are from Thranduil's halls, making the trip across the high pass. The high pass. And across the misty mountains to Rivendell, because they have received a call for aid from Elrond. So, with that said, if you watched last battle report with these guys, I did have one injured model, but I healed them with a potion that I bought. Yep. So that way I had all 6 of my models. Will has goblins. So what scenario we're playing today is called Reclaim the City. So it's similar to the one that I was playing with Dawn and his warband, but we added objectives there instead, where this one's just all about the ambush. Yeah. So in the high pass, Aaron Deer has set up camp with his elves within a abandoned old outpost, ruined outpost along the high pass, and these goblins are sneaking up towards them as night has set upon them. Yep. So I'll have 3 sentries within, I think we said 12 inches of the back of the board, because we are playing on a 3x3 board, and they can move 3 inches in any direction on my turn. Yep. And then Will, he has his models set up within 6 inches of his side of the board edge, and then they have to advance and try to eliminate my team. If they come within 12 inches of me during their movement, I automatically spot them, which is good. If they're within 24 inches of me and they're obscured, I have to roll a d6, and on a 6, I detect them. And if they're out in the open, on a 5, I detect them. Yeah. Okay. Then, so I'll have 3 sentries. The other 3 of my models that I have will arrive after I detect them the turn after. Yeah. And then also, if he kills one of my sentries on a 4+, it raises the alarm, and my guys will hear it, and they will come to the aid of my sentries and hopefully rescue them. Also, as a special note, I can't have any heroes that are sentries. They have to be all warriors. Yeah. And usually they would have like bows and stuff like that as sentries, but I only have one model that has a bow. That is not a hero. The rest have throwing daggers, though, which helps. Yeah, 6 inches. 6 inches. But we'll see what happens. So I'll show you the board next. I'll show you the armies, and we'll get right into the match from there. Here we go with my force for today. So it was Aaron Deer up here. He is my leader of my battle company. He has throwing daggers, elven cloak, and armor. I then have Anwal over on the right-hand side there, the guy in the yellow. He is one of my other heroes with the fate point. He just has an elven bow. Then I have Idril here, who has throwing daggers. And then I have Feanor back here in the red. He has throwing daggers. Naeloth up here also has throwing daggers. Then Felwind has my other elven bow. So these 2 guys in the yellow are my characters with the elven bow. So that is my faction for today. A total of 6 models. We'll see how this plays out. And over here are the goblins. So, Will, why don't you walk us through what you decided to play?
Yeah, so we got a shield and spear, another shield and spear, and then also 2 prowlers with 2 in a weapon.
Okay, and they have throwing daggers as well?
They do have throwing daggers in their profile, plus 1 bowman.
Alright, and those are the goblins that are ambushing the elves of Thranduil's halls. So we do have a 3x3 board that we are playing on here, so the deployment for the elves are over here with this abandoned outpost, and then we have the high pass sort of area over this way with the rocky outcroppings, the trees, and shrubs like so. So that is the board we are playing on for today's match. We'll come back with deployment next. Here we go. I actually deploy, I said earlier 3 sentries, but it's D3 plus 1 sentries. So let's see what happens. So I have 4 sentries available to me, but they can't be heroes. So that means all 3 of my warriors. So here we are set up for today's match. I have my 3 sentries here, here, and here. So they get to move 3 inches a turn to try to spot the goblins, which it's a group of 3 goblins there. There's a goblin here, and a goblin prowler there, and then a spear and shield over there. I should say there's also a prowler here as well, with the spear and shield guy. So, round 1, priority. Let's see who gets it. I got a 3. Will also has a 3. So, I got a 4. I have priority. At the end of turn 1 movement phase here, my elves pretty much stayed stationary, except for the one with the bow up there. She just wanted to have the more of an open view to everything on the board. The goblins are using the trees and the terrain to be obscured or totally out of line of sight, because the only one I can see really is this guy down there, and he's obscured, so I need to roll a 6 to actually detect him, which I'm hoping I get a 6, but everybody else is completely obscured from my line of sight. So this is the end of round 1, unless you're going to do some shooting at me.
I'm not.
But you're not even, yeah, because your one bow guy isn't in range. So I do have Fellwind, who is within 24 inches of that goblin there. And you are obscured, so a 6+, I see you. It's a 4, so nothing. Turn 2 priority, here we go. I got a 4.
1.
Alright. Here we go, the end of round 2. No shooting still, because the one goblin there with the bow decided to move full. So these goblins have moved up and are within line of sight of that elf there, and not obscured because of the doorway here. This goblin is obscured from the far elf over there. Which is Feanor, and then same with the in the open. There's a guy in the open over on the goblin with a shield, I should say, is in the open from Feanor, and then the other 2 are obscured as well. So I have some rolling to do. I'm hoping to roll well. So we got a 5+ on that one in the open there. It's a 6. So next turn, my guys come onto the board and can act normally except charge. So let's do the priority roll.
Yep.
Here we are. I got a 1.
6.
You got it. Let's see what you do. Here we are at the end of round 3, so my guys have moved on. They can't charge, but they can act normally. So I sort of fortified this side with Anwell, Arendir, and Idril. They've moved, Idril and Arendir moved on full, and Anwell moved on half, just because he can get a bead on one of these goblins over here with a throwing spear. Stayed stationary. Moved up to be within 6 inches of the guy on the shield at the front, but out of the 6 inches of the throwing weapon, so there's no retaliation, and I know they can't charge him next turn because you don't have the distance movement. The only thing that you can do is that guy there with the bow. Yep. He did move half, so he can shoot. Who are you going to shoot at?
Right over here.
You're going to shoot at Feanor. Alright, D6, you need a 6, that's a 5. Nothing. So, my retaliation, I'm going to do a throwing weapon to the guy with the shield there. I need 4s, because I did move. I hit. I need 5s to wound you. That's a 4. I wish I had a point of might, because I would definitely might that. Over here, this guy here is also going to shoot into the guy with the bow. Or with the shield, sorry. 1, so nothing. Anwell here is going to shoot into this prowler, needing 4s. And it's a 2, so nothing. No combats this phase, so we're going to go right in priority for turn 4. I got a 6. Goes to me. Here we are at the end of movement for turn 4, so I did move up half my distance with Enwell. I do have an in-the-way shot for that guy in the shooting phase. Both these 2 guys, well, this one moved, this one stayed stationary, so he will have a shot over there. So will she at her full ballistics. Stayed stationary, so she'll have a full ballistic shot at somebody over here, and move back to stay out of the charge range of those guys there. And then they decide to go a completely different distance or direction. Boom! So we'll come back into shooting next. Enwell here is shooting into the spear support goblin there. So he moves, so he needs 4s. I hit on a 5. Needing 5s to kill! There's a 6.
In the way?
Oh! Yes, in the way. My bad. I did say there was an in the way. So it gets through. Come on, need 5s to kill! It's a 4. Drill here is going to throw a throwing dagger into that goblin there, needing 4s to hit because she did move. It's a 6. No in the ways, because I'm in base contact with the ruins, so needing 5s. Here we go! Bam! Edro gets a kill. That guy is dead. Nailoth over here is going to do a throwing dagger at the spear supporter there. She did not move, so I need 3s. I hit. There's no in the way, because I'm in base contact, so I need 5s. Come on, 5! Oh. Fellwind up here is taking aim into that goblin in the open there. She did not move, so she needs 3s. Come on! So, over to the goblin shooting, there is 3 shots you got?
Yep.
Okay, where are you going to start?
We'll start with this prowler throwing a dagger up at the elf.
Okay, Fellwind, can she dodge the dagger?
Need a 5+.
Because it is a prowler. Hits on a 6. I do have it in the way. And it hits that. Thank you, Ruins.
We'll go with the goblin bowman, needing a 6 because he didn't move.
What is this? Get rid of those 6s.
In the way.
Thank you.
Can't get by.
Thank you, Ruins.
Finally, this prowler here.
Yeah.
Going into.
Okay. Needing 5s, and it's a 1, so it misses completely. So let's roll off for round, I think 5 now. Priority? It's a big one.
Round high.
Oh, I had it last, so you get it now. Boo. So Will does have priority this turn. I am going to call a heroic move with Arendir, just because if I don't, he has a throwing weapon on his prowler, which will probably on a 4+ kill one of my guys, and I don't want that. So I am going to call it with Arendir. So we'll come back with the heroic movement first, then once that's done, I'll show you what happens and go into the rest of the movement after that. Edrill here is going to move next and is going to charge into the prowler. Bam. And before she gets in there, she's going to do her throwing dagger in on it. Misses. Boo. Over here, Nailoth, she's going to do the exact same thing, charge in on the other goblin here, and do her throwing daggers. Boo. This guy here, Enwell, he was actually out of range, so he can't move this turn with the heroic action. So this is what the heroic action looks like now. So both these goblins are in combat. He's hiding behind the tree. Why? Because he can.
Elven cloak.
Elven cloak, exactly. End of the rest of the movement phase. Sorry, that's a lie. I got to do one more movement that I forgot about. So now it's the end of the movement phase right there. With Anwell running up to hopefully aid in this combat. The goblin moved up full with the bow. These guys were charged, and then these guys have moved up full as well. I do have Felwyn up here who stayed stationary, and I have over here Feanor who is hiding behind the wall but does have line of sight on that goblin there, if he survives. So we'll come back with shooting next. Starting off the shooting with the goblins, we have the Prowler up here, or down there, shooting at the Elf Felwind up there. So you moved, so you need 5s. Stop this! In the way. Yes! The ruins have kept her alive yet again.
Every time.
Every time. And that's it?
Yep.
Alright, so my shooting. This guy down here, Feanor, is going to throw his throwing dagger into that goblin with the spear there. So, needing 4s, and it's a 6. And now, needing in the way, I think, for the front guy. No.
5s.
5s to kill the goblin with the spear. Come on! There it is! So, now Feanor gets a kill. Felwind up here is going to shoot at the Prowler down there. And she did not move, so needs a 3. Hits. Needs it in the way for the guy there. Does not go through, so I hit the guy with a shield. Doesn't matter, I need 5s anyways. So, there it is. Felwind gets a kill. So the game does end when you are at a third of your models. Will is not broken yet. So we are moving into the combat phase for this round. Will, what one do you want to do? What combat? Do you want to go up against Eardrill, my hero, or do you want to go up against Nailoth, my not hero?
Eardrill. The spearman first.
Oh, spearman. You get a 3, and I get a 5. I take it. Your defense is 4, so I need 5s. And she gets another kill. That's 2 kills for her this game with a 6. Alright, Nailoth over there. He's up next. He's going up against Prowler. Are you fighting normally or are you fighting two-handed?
Fighting normally.
Alright. Oh, I get the win with the 5. Can Nailoth kill it? I need a 5! And it's a 1. Boo. Here we are at the end of the round. You are not below 50%, so you're not technically broken.
Yes, I am. I had 7.
Oh, you had 7. That's right.
Yes,
you are broken. Woo! That's good for me.
Goblin courage.
Yes. So, priority for next round. Let's see what happens.
5.
I get a 3. You get a 5. I have no might points left, so you do get the charges if you want them. Come back with movement next. Okay, beginning of the movement phase. Will, you have some courage tests you need to make. You gonna start with this prowler there?
That one right there.
Okay. And so that is
9.
8 or 9 plus 2, right? That's your courage, so you do make it. What are you going to do with that prowler?
I'm going to charge. I'm going to do my throwing dagger on the way in.
Okay.
On the non-hero.
Okay.
Needing a 5+.
Needing 5+. Hits on a 6.
Needing a 4.
4. This is what I did. 2! Oh. Thank you! Thank you, non-armor of these elves. Oh! Woo!
We'll start with this goblin
next. Bowman, yeah.
That's not going to do
runs directly away from the nearest enemy model, so...
Quickly do the courage test for this one.
Okay. You make it as well with that prowler. That prowler, are you going to charge?
He will charge this one in the doorway.
Okay.
And do his throw-on weapon.
Yep, on the way in. Needing 5s. Oh, 6.
4s?
Yes.
2.
That's a 2, so nothing. Alright, so he is in combat. We'll come back with the rest of the movement in a second. End of the movement phase is what it looks like. That goblin over there has ran away. Felwyn did not move. Those guys are in combat, Nailoth and that prowler. And this prowler here is surrounded by 4 elves and is hopefully ripe for the picking. So I got one shot from my bow into that guy there. So, did not move. Can Felwyn get another kill? Needing 3+. Hits on a 6. Wounds on a 5. Come on! No. Beginning of the combat phase, Will wants to do the combat that he's going to lose first, so I have 4 dice to Will's. I get it with a 6. You're trapped. I'm going to start off here. Who do I want to try to get him to kill first? Who do I want to have him kill? I want to get Arendir the kill, so I'm going to roll his wounds first. So I need a 5. Here we go. There it is. Arendir kills that prowler. Gets the experience point. Down here, Nailoth up against Prowler. They both have 1 die. Let's see what you're going to fight regularly. Yep. Okay. I get a 2. 5. You do get it. I do get pushed back. Can you kill him?
Victory.
It is a 4, and Nailoth is down. Bites dust. So here we are at the end of round, I think, 6. The game does end because Will only has 2 models left on the board. I do have 5 left on the board. Nailoth did unfortunately get taken out of this match. So we'll come back with the recap and the end activities to see if anybody levels up, which I think a couple of my guys will level up this game because I get 2 bonus experience points for winning, which is really, really nice, and then everything else on top of that. So we'll do the breakdown next. So the first step that I got to do in this portion of the game is injury rules. So I only have 1 warrior that was taken out of the match, so I'm hoping for a 4+ on this roll. There's a 6, so he makes a full recovery. Feanor makes a full recovery, which is great. Okay, so a breakdown of experience now. I get 2 bonus experience points for all my guys because they won this mission. Which is really, really handy, because it basically bumps up all my guys up to leveling up after this match. So, Arendir now has 6 experience, Anwell has 6, Idril has 7, because she got a couple of kills, and then Feanor has 5, thankfully he survived. Over here we have Nailoth. She has 4 experience, does not level up or advance, and then Felwind has 5 experience, so that she also advances. So I have 2 warriors that advance and 3 heroes, so we'll do those next in order. Starting off the advancement rolls, I have Andir here. He is one of my heroes, so I roll on the hero advancement table, so I roll a d6 and let's see what happens to him. 3, he gets a courage or a will point. I didn't want that, but I will take a... Do I take a will point or a courage? He's courage 5. He's pretty good. Yeah. I think will point. I'll take a will point with him. Anwell's next for his advancement roll. Let's see what he gets. He gets a 5, which is a skill. So I can roll again on the fighting, shooting, or leadership tables. Alternatively, the hero may choose to select one of the special rules that apply to the battle company instead. So we'll see what he does. Anwell here is going to roll on the shooting special rules table. So let's see what he gets. I get a 2, which gives him expert shot. He is allowed to shoot twice in the shoot phase. Ooh, really good. Drill is next. She is my last hero that has leveled up, so I'm going to roll a d6, see what she gets. She gets a 6, so she gets a might point for leveling up. I will take it. Feanor is up next for his advancement, so I'm hoping for a 4 or 5 here. 4 or 5. Let's see. 4. He gets promoted. So Feanor here, he does get promoted into a Mirkwood Elf, so I will be eventually buying him an Elven Blade and Elven Shield, so he'll be using that model there instead of the Mirkwood Ranger. Lastly but not least, Felwind. She also levels up, so I'm hoping for a 4 or 5 again. It's a 1, so no effect. Boo. Here we go for the gold roll. Let's see what I get. I get d6 plus 5 gold for winning the scenario. Come on, 6 gold is nothing. So for Feanor over here, I did buy him the Elven Blade and the Shield with that 6 gold that I rolled, which was terrible. I was hoping for more, so I could do a little bit more, but I do have 4 gold remaining after buying that Elven Blade and Shield for him. So this is what my battle company looks like for the next match. I didn't do much major improvement. Like the biggest thing here was the expert shot on Anwell and Edril with the might point. Those were the biggest changes, and I would say Feanor with the shield and the Elven Blade is pretty good too, because now he goes up to like defense, I think 6 with the shield, so that's pretty impressive. So that is my force for the next battle companies that you see with Thranduil's Halls. We'll come back with the after action report next. Alright guys, welcome to the after action report. You just saw the match between Arendir and the Elves of Thranduil's Halls versus an ambushing goblin group. Horde. Not really a horde, there wasn't a group there.
A hunting party.
Hunting party.
Yeah.
It's almost like a segue into the next one that we're filming today.
Almost, maybe.
A hunting party. So, recap quickly. What do you think?
Elf shooting.
Elf shooting.
The throwing daggers and the bow.
Yes. Yes, that's what did it to you.
Almost half my army.
Yes.
Took 3 of the 7.
Yeah.
So
Felwyn, who was sitting up on top, I think sniped 1, if I can remember correctly. Yeah.
Yep.
And then it was Eardrill who killed 2 of them.
Yeah.
Eardrill. She was a beast this game. So they have managed to push back the Goblin Horde, survive the ambush, continue their journey over to Rivendell.
Yeah.
So I think that was pretty good. Guys, thank you for watching. Will, thank you for being here again. It's been a while, I know, because you've been at school and stuff like that. So if you guys haven't checked it out yet, please help us here at Blackfyre Productions. You can do that by going to the link below and supporting us on Patreon. That's if you haven't already. But if you haven't, you might as well do it now. We appreciate it. So thank you for watching. Please remember to like, share, and subscribe. Until next time, ignite your hobby.